It's just really wonderful to reconnect more deeply with our inner aspiration, that which our heart calls us to try to envision a path of life by means of which we can fulfill what it is that we wish to do in this lifetime, to accomplish all those things, and to both outwardly and inwardly have the experience of that richness and fullness of life. So many moments of grace in which new wisdom enters into our being, rearranges our entire inner world, restructures our perspective, our outlook, our understanding, redoubles the intensity of our deep commitment to practice and to continue to experience the vastness of the very self. And that this is something so precious, so beautiful, so profound, that which opens the gateway, fully opens the gateway of the heart, which has previously seemed to be closed, even though in truth, it is always open. It's simply a matter of knowing how to approach that place within ourselves, understanding that the practice is effortless in this very high and refined sense, that it is natural, it is in accordance with our very own being. It does not involve something artificial, foreign, or alien to us. It is not about belief or external levels of faith or adherence to any particular dogma or participation in any particular organization. We belong to a singular organization. It's called humanity. And we ascribe to the potency of the Mahashakti as the universal force that moves everywhere, through everything and everyone at all times, under all circumstances. And we recognize inside ourselves this impetus toward realization as not something that we have dreamed up or concocted or artificially created inside ourselves, but rather we recognize that it is the extraordinary living presence already of the Mahashakti dancing inside us and inviting us into the highest within ourselves and the highest possibilities of attainment and mastery. Therefore, we feel safe in the exploration of our deepest self, as it were, accompanied by the divine grace of the Mahashakti and the extraordinary teachings that guide us, that orient us, that reassure us, that illuminate and otherwise indicate and point out all the different aspects of this magnificent science of consciousness, anciently taught in a variety of different garbs, as it were, and so exquisitely expressed in the teachings, the extraordinarily sophisticated teachings of the Shaiva Shakta masters from 1,000 years ago. This constitutes an exquisite gift, and it is something that we cherish. Our entire life, as it were, is dependent on this natural movement of the Mahashakti. There is responsibility inside us as we live as human beings to guide and choose and lead our existence in the best possible way. But at the same time, down deep inside, we realize, how did we arrive here? What force brought us here, as it were? what is it that sustains us the entire time that we are here? And what is it that will carry us when it is time for us to depart for another destination? What is it that has been already leading us and guiding us and taking us through an exquisite journey through the labyrinth of samsaric existence, and has then at a certain moment bestowed a gift of knowledge and wisdom and sublime practice? I continuously feel this feeling of extraordinary good fortune. We are fortunate in such an extraordinary degree. And I never take it for granted. And having interacted also with teachers in various moments who have injected their grace and their impetus of transformation into my awareness in one way or another, these are all extraordinary forms of good fortune that are not meant just for one individual to greedily hoard, as it were, for oneself alone. No, the good fortune is to be shared and disseminated, and with dignity, clarity, and intelligence, with great respect for human beings, with a feeling that as one speaks to any human being, one is speaking to the very incarnation of the divine, of the Mahashakti. These are extraordinary contemplations that engender profound seriousness of intent, depth of commitment, clarity of understanding that we strive to continuously refresh, expand, strengthen, and deepen within ourselves, so that what we are doing is rooted in the authority of great, true, profound tradition and teachings of extraordinary masters, and not just on some whim of casual, superficial inventiveness of one sort or another, dreamed up by one person here or another there. Life is outrageous. It is utterly bizarre. It is completely mysterious. It is strange to a surpassing degree. We are many times just amazed at what it is that transpires, what takes place, what unexpected events become the unfolding reality of the surface of life, unanticipated in some way. It's wild. It's utterly beyond wild. Here we are hanging out on this planet in the middle of a vastness of space that is unimaginable in its hugeness. The planet is rotating, and yet the glass of water on the table shows not one ripple on its surface. It is such a fantastic and astonishing thing. So we practice together, and we continue to structure experiences of deep practice that reassure and illuminate practitioners and inspire individuals to go further and explore more deeply and persist in the process. And eventually, we also know it is the taste of that unitary flavor of consciousness, yekarasa, that even glancingly inside us, like lightning in the night sky, illuminates for a moment our inner awareness field and then vanishes, we know not where. That keeps us going, because in that moment, we touch the place of the absolutely open heart of consciousness. Everything stand still in the illumination of the vastness of the inner plane within ourselves. And we are astonished and, as it were, struck at heart by what we see and what we feel, what we register inside ourselves. And it arouses inside us this seriousness of intent. May that glimpse become the steady gaze, become the deepening perception, become the immersive exploration of that infinite vastness of life. And may everything in my life support the process of the discovery of that.